What if death isn't the end, but a doorway? What if, when we close our eyes for the last time, we awaken to a place more real, more beautiful, more alive than anything we've ever known? What if Jesus was telling the truth when he said, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die." John chapter 11 verses 25 to 26. This is not just a verse. It's a promise. And for one daughter, standing on the edge of goodbye, it became the lifeline that carried her through the storm. Scene transition. Soft piano begins, emotional tone builds. Emma hadn't visited that hospital room in days. Not because she didn't care, but because she couldn't bear it. Her father had always been the strong one. The one who carried the family through storms, who prayed in whispers when no one else believed, who laughed loudly and lived simply, and always pointed her to Jesus. But now, he lay still. Weakened. Fragile. A man who had once lifted her high above the waves was now facing the final tide himself. Pause. Soft silence. She stepped into the room, and the hum of machines was all that greeted her. In her hand was an old letter, one she found tucked inside his Bible, marked, "For my daughter. When the time comes." She sat beside him. Trembling fingers opened the envelope. "Emma, if you're reading this, I've already begun my journey home. Not the one to the cemetery, but the one to the King. I know this moment feels like the end. I know your heart is breaking. But I need you to listen closely. Because what I'm about to share with you is the reason I've lived with peace. You see, long ago, when I was younger than you are now, I met Jesus, not just in church, but in my soul. He found me at my lowest. He spoke words that shattered my fear and rebuilt my heart. He said, "I am the resurrection and the life," and in that moment, I knew I would never truly die. Tears streamed down Emma's face. Her father's voice, though just ink on paper, felt alive, rising above the hum of machines and the ache of her heart. "You know, Emma, the world fears death like it's the end of the road. But for those who walk with Christ, death is just the bend before home. This body? Yes, it's failing. But my spirit? It's already leaning toward heaven. Already tasting eternity. Don't be afraid for me. Don't be afraid for yourself. You were never meant to carry that burden. Jesus didn't come to make bad people good. He came to make dead people live." She read every word. Not just with her eyes, but with her soul. The letter continued. Father's voice, final section of the letter. "Emma, I've prayed for you every day. That you wouldn't just believe in God, but that you'd know Him. Walk with Him. Trust Him when nothing makes sense. I know you've struggled. I've seen the questions behind your eyes. But even now, especially now, He's reaching for you. This goodbye is only for a while. One day, you'll see me again, stronger than ever. Laughing, running, more alive than you ever remember. Until then, live. Live with faith that holds fast in the storm. Live knowing that resurrection isn't an event, it's a person. Jesus is the resurrection. Jesus is the life. And because of Him, I'm not afraid. I'll see you again, my little girl, sooner than you think." Emma folded the letter with trembling hands. But in her heart, something had shifted. She didn't have all the answers. She still felt the pain. But the fear? It was gone. Because love had left her a message. And Jesus had made her a promise. She leaned down, kissed her father's forehead, and whispered the words he longed to hear. "Emma, gentle and steady, I believe too, Dad. We will all one day face that moment. The final breath. The last heartbeat. The edge of eternity. But for those who believe, death is not a period, it's a comma. A pause, before eternal life begins. Because the one who spoke to Martha in her deepest grief still speaks today. I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die, and whoever lives by believing in me will never die." This is the promise. This is the hope. This is the power of the resurrection. Do you believe this? If this story touched your heart, if you believe in the promise of eternal life, subscribe to hear more stories of faith, and leave a comment sharing what you believe.